Hello, everyone. Today's presentation focuses on a practical application of the PDSA cycle to enhance a common assessment strategy, peer review. We'll explore how this systematic approach can transform peer review from a simple classroom activity into a powerful tool for developing students' scientific reasoning skills in a 10th grade biology setting. Instead of just focusing on assigning grades, we will see how PDSA helps us refine peer review to center on student learning, engagement, and continuous growth. This is about making assessment a dynamic part of the instructional process, not just an end of unit event. We'll move beyond the traditional view of assessment as solely teacher driven and examine how peer interaction guided by the PDSA cycle can empower students in their own learning journey. The PDSA cycle provides a structured protocol for change. It is more than just a sequence of steps, it's a philosophy of continuous improvement. We begin by formulating a plan, then do or implement it on a small scale. Next, we rigorously study the results, and finally, we act to refine the plan for the next iteration. The cycle repeats, driving ongoing enhancement. In the context of assessment, PDSA allows us to move away from static, unchanging methods. It encourages us to view assessment as a flexible tool that can be adapted to better serve our students' needs and promote deeper learning. It's about evidence based adjustments, not just gut feelings. Think of PDSA as a learning cycle for us educators, helping us to learn from our assessment practices and grow professionally alongside our students. The plan stage is where we lay the foundation for effective assessment. Our objective goes beyond simply having students explain failure or respiration. We aim to develop their ability to provide constructive feedback, a skill that translates across disciplines. Our learner centered criteria prioritize student engagement and ownership. The rubric isn't just a grading tool, it's a guide for peer dialogue. Reflection isn't an afterthought, it's an integral to the learning process. We want students to be active participants, not passive recipients of evaluation. The pilot group is intentionally diverse, recognizing that assessment strategies need to be effective for all learners. This diversity informs our planning and helps us anticipate potential challenges. In the plan stage, we anticipate a range of positive outcomes. Peer teaching often leads to deeper content mastery as students must articulate concepts clearly. The process also refines their ability to construct arguments and provide evidence based feedback. Metacognition is enhanced as students reflect on their own understanding in comparison to their peers. The procedure emphasizes collaboration. The teacher's role shifts to facilitator, guiding the peer review process. The timing and environment are carefully considered to maximize interaction and engagement. Data collection is comprehensive. We are not just looking at the final grades, we're gathering evidence of student growth, feedback quality, and the effectiveness of the peer review process itself. This holistic view informs our subsequent analysis. The do stage is where the planned assessment comes to life in the classroom. Students move beyond simply exchanging papers. They engage in a structured dialogue about the strengths and weaknesses of each other's explanations. A rubric isn't just a checklist, it's a tool for focused conversation. For example, it might prompt reviewers to provide specific suggestions for improving clarity or supporting claims with evidence. The task is carefully designed to elicit higher order thinking. It requires students to not just recall information, but to synthesize it and communicate it effectively. This aligns with the emphasis on deeper learning. The study stage moves beyond simply grading. We analyze the data to understand the impact of the peer review activity on student learning and engagement. This involves looking at both numbers, example rubric scores, and words, example student feedback. Success isn't just about higher grades, it's about seeing evidence of improved communication skills, deeper understanding of concepts, and increased student ownership of their learning. We're looking for a shift in student attitudes towards assessment. Our intervention strategies are targeted and specific. If students struggle with providing constructive feedback, we might introduce more modeling or scaffolding. If the task is too challenging, we might break it down into smaller steps. The act stage is where we translate our findings into action. We don't just continue with the same assessment. We use the data to make informed decisions about how to improve it. Revision isn't a sign of failure, it's an integral part of the PDSA process. We're looking for specific indicators that the assessment needs adjustment, such as lack of student engagement, persistent misunderstanding, or logistical challenges. The adaptations we make can be varied. We might refine the rubric, modify the task, adjust the timing, or incorporate technology to enhance the peer review process. The goal is continuous improvement. In conclusion, the PDSA cycle empowers us to move beyond reactive assessment practices to a proactive, evidence based approach. It helps us create assessment that are not only informative but also transformative. Learner centered assessment, when combined with the PDSA cycle, fosters a dynamic learning environment where students are active participants in their own growth. It's about cultivating lifelong learners, not just test takers. The journey of improving teaching and learning is ongoing. The PDSA cycle provides a roadmap for this journey, guiding us towards more effective and equitable assessment practices.